Africa is at a crossroads. While the West continues to paint a negative picture of African leadership, the African people are proving that they know the truth. Just a few days ago, the people of Ghana and the new Ghanaian presidency stood in solidarity with President Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, demonstrating their unwavering support despite the Western media's negative narrative. But this support isn't limited to the masses. It's also been echoed by African leaders themselves, with Rwandan President Paul Kagame giving a powerful speech in support of the Sahelian coups leaders. In today's video, we'll break down Kagame's speech and explore how Rwanda's relationship with Burkina Faso is not just about diplomacy but about shared values, struggles, and a commitment to Africa's sovereignty. But before we dive into the details, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon for more insightful content on Africa's progress. In a recent interview, President Kagame analyzed the political situation in the Sahel and the reasons behind the military coups. Western media often frames these coups as power grabs by ambitious military leaders, but Kagame shed a different light on the issue. He pointed out that coups are a consequence of the failure of civilian governments to meet the needs of the people. In the Sahel, countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have been battling insecurity, underdevelopment, and corruption. The military, frustrated with the inability of their governments to address these challenges, took matters into their own hands. Why did these coups happen? According to Kagame, it was not about seizing power, but about the need for change in a region where citizens were fed up with the status quo. For years, corrupt civilian governments in the Sahel have failed to deliver on their promises, leaving their citizens to suffer while the elites lived in luxury. Kagame's words resonate with the frustrations many Africans feel. Why should their leaders be puppets of the West when the people's needs are ignored? Kagame went further to stress that those who carry out the coups are not outsiders. They are citizens of these nations, experiencing the same struggles, frustrations, and anger. And while some argue that coups are unconstitutional, Kagame reminded the world that these constitutions have often failed to deliver what the people truly need. It's not that the military is rejecting the rule of law, but rather rejecting the failure of a system that has long neglected the people. Since the coups in the Sahel, things have started to change. Military leaders in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have taken swift actions to prioritize their country's sovereignty and resources. These leaders have not just denounced France, the former colonial power, but have taken steps to nationalize their resources, ensuring that the wealth of these countries benefits the people. Burkina Faso, for instance, has embarked on a journey to nationalize its gold industry, creating its own gold refinery to add value before exporting it. This is a stark contrast to the days when gold was shipped abroad at bargain prices. Similarly, Niger has taken control of its uranium mines, removing foreign entities like the French company Areva, which had exploited the country's resources for decades. Kagame's message of self-determination resonates deeply with the leaders of these countries. He urged the military leaders in the Sahel to fulfill their promises to their citizens, providing better living conditions and securing their nation's resources. Unlike their civilian predecessors, these military leaders are moving fast to implement reforms that benefit the people, not just foreign powers. But why is Rwanda's example so important for countries like Burkina Faso? Kagame's leadership in Rwanda offers a blueprint for rebuilding a nation ravaged by conflict. When he came to power in 2000, Rwanda was reeling from the genocide. Yet today, Rwanda is a beacon of stability and progress. The country has experienced remarkable growth, with a sharp reduction in maternal mortality, improved healthcare, and a cleaner, safer environment. Kagame's Rwanda is a testament to what can be achieved when a country takes its future into its own hands, free from foreign interference. So it makes sense that Burkina Faso, under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, is looking to Rwanda for guidance. Both countries share a history of insecurity that has disrupted their development, but they are united in their quest for a brighter future. Rwanda's security forces and police have worked alongside their Burkinabe counterparts to share best practices and strategies to tackle insecurity and improve governance. This partnership is not just symbolic, it's about real collaboration and learning from a nation that has already overcome the challenges Burkina Faso is facing today. This growing alliance between Rwanda and Burkina Faso also highlights the significance of African nations cultivating relationships based on mutual interests rather than external pressures. The traditional model of relying on Western aid and approval has often led to compromised sovereignty and limited progress. By taking a stand for each other, Rwanda and Burkina Faso are asserting their right to control their own economic and political futures, ensuring that their decisions benefit the people, not foreign powers. This is a pivotal moment for Africa, as it shows that collective efforts can lead to a more autonomous and thriving continent. Furthermore, the potential ripple effects of this partnership extend beyond just Rwanda and Burkina Faso. If other African nations follow suit, the continent could experience a new wave of unity, self-sufficiency, and empowerment. African nations sharing resources, strategies, and knowledge would create a powerful bloc that could challenge external pressures, promote internal development, and ensure that Africa's voice is heard on the global stage. The success of Rwanda and Burkina Faso together may serve as the spark for a Pan-African movement that ushers in an era of sustainable progress and prosperity. Is this a smart move by Captain Traore? Absolutely. Rwanda offers a unique model of rebuilding a nation torn apart by conflict. By learning from Rwanda's success, Burkina Faso can avoid the mistakes of the past and focus on creating a prosperous, secure future for its people. This collaboration between Rwanda and Burkina Faso shows that Africa can learn from its own successes and chart a course for the future that works for its people, not foreign interests. However, this partnership also serves as a model for Pan-African unity. The strength of these two nations coming together underscores the importance of regional collaboration in overcoming Africa's challenges. The shared commitment to self-reliance, resource control, and governance reform demonstrates how African nations can rise above historical exploitation and foreign interference. As Rwanda and Burkina Faso strengthen their relationship, they set an example for the rest of the continent, encouraging other African nations to take similar steps towards sovereignty and mutual support. Moreover, the support from African leaders like Kagame sends a powerful message to the international community. It challenges the narrative that African nations are incapable of managing their own affairs and defies the ongoing trend of neocolonial influence. By advocating for Burkina Faso's sovereignty, Rwanda is leading the charge for a new era in African politics, one where African nations prioritize the needs and interests of their own people above all else. The partnership between Rwanda and Burkina Faso signals a shift in Africa's approach to governance and regional cooperation. As these nations forge ahead with reforms, they inspire other African countries to take ownership of their destiny and move beyond the legacy of colonialism and foreign domination. This partnership is not only a powerful reminder of Africa's potential, but also a blueprint for how African nations can leverage their shared struggles and experiences to build a unified, prosperous continent. As we've seen, President Kagame's speech is not just about supporting Burkina Faso. It's about championing a vision for Africa's future where African countries reject foreign interference and take charge of their own destinies. The partnership between Rwanda and Burkina Faso is a powerful example of what can happen when African nations unite for the greater good. What do you think? Do you believe that the military leaders in the Sahel can bring lasting change to their countries? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on Africa's journey towards self-determination. Will Africa continue to reject Western meddling and take control of its future? Let's talk about it.